Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. How are you all?
Good
Good
evening.
evening. Good evening, ma'am.
So, we have some old students, some new students. So, let's see how our old students will perform today. Okay, so GD is something that some companies will conduct before interviews. It can be like a round where you're eliminated and you're selected for interviews. In some companies, they don't conduct GDs, but why are we doing this? Because if you are able to speak in a GD, then you can speak anywhere. Okay, in this atmosphere wherein different topics is spoken about, so you're putting your views, then counteracting the other person's views. All these things are part of communication. Because I just heard from one student today, ma'am, in my college I have heard there's no GD that happens, only interviews happen. So why is this required? They said. I said yes, absolutely required. And we talk about diverse topics. So that is also a very good understanding of different things. And communication is all about, I would say, regular practice and talking about different topics on a regular basis, your point of view. See, one is you're just articulate, trying to say what you want. Okay, you're just coherent. People, the other side, on the other side, are able to understand what you're saying. But after that, there are so many more levels wherein you're actually able to inspire people. When you open your mouth, you want to say something, or everybody wants to listen to you. Okay, so that is the level we want you to bring. Okay, we want to bring you to that level, and also know a lot of things about all subjects, which is difficult to cover. So this is just an interesting conversation that we will have. Let's see how much of value you can add to that, each one of you. And who would like to go first, Vineet or Sudhakar sir? So one of you could start off the topic, and then we will allow the students to take it forward.
Okay. I think the message that they exchanged, Vinit said he's familiar with AI.
Yeah.
So I think Vinit should start. Otherwise, I can start, but Vinit, I think, should start.
Okay, great, great, great. So go ahead. We'll start with you, Vineet. No,
AI
no.
is coming,
Yeah, little bit louder, I think.
AI is coming for our jobs. That's what people say. But is that really true? That is the topic which we have for today. The impact of artificial intelligence on future jobs. So this is a very interesting perspective. I am a software developer. I am working in the professional. I use AI tools every single day, the entire day. So one thing, let me tell you from one perspective is, oh, should I use simpler words? Oh, so let me tell you from one angle
No, 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 no. Go ahead, go ahead. They should be exposed to all kinds of language. So go ahead.
is that as a software developer, at least the work which we used to do in 2 to 3 weeks, now a single person can do it in 4 to 5 days. That is the level of difference. Okay, so one. In the creative field, a lot of things have gotten automated. If you see the thumbnails, how many of you use YouTube here? I would say around 40 to 50% of the thumbnails which are made on YouTube are now made using AI generated. You just give a prompt and they made. Earlier, there used to be people actually sitting and designing it. You needed some person. Now nothing. The manager, instead of typing an email to a designer, can you give me this type of prompt? He will just put it in a chat GPT or any of the one of the many tools and mid journey or whatever, and he can get some output. So that is one level. Another use case where I am seeing is a lot of data analysis and data automation. A lot of the menial tasks which are there, a lot of those get automated. Like let's say if you say give me an Excel sheet with these columns, add these formulas. I made my own stock market portfolio tracker on Excel I didn't know how to use those advanced functions. I put it in ChatGPT. It made the whole sheet for me. I just had to enter my final data. It made the analysis, it made the charts, it added historic, whatever I wanted, it added everything. And on top of that, it suggested it to me things which were useful for me, but even I didn't think of at that time. So these are some of the amazing things which AI has done. I don't, you are quite young, but if you remember 10 years ago, the kind of chat box they were so nonsensical, they were so rubbish. You tell it something and it just couldn't understand what you were saying. It will have 4 or 5 structured standard answers. I think Meera ma'am is like really feeling it. And
Yeah.
it will give you that only. No matter what input you put, it will give you the same answer. Yeah, you be like, Are read, no, it's like, talking to the sometimes, teacher sometimes feels that the student is not listening only. Whatever you say, the student will get the same answer only. So this AI model was like that. But at least now it's able to understand your input and it's able to do a lot more than that. There's this YouTuber called Varun Maya. He doesn't shoot his own YouTube shorts anymore. He has 100 million views in YouTube shorts. 100 million, 1 million is 10 lakh. Now you do the mathematics of it. And all of these shots are only created using an AI avatar. He has physically not sat in front of the camera or done a recording. He has trained his own AI model on top of existing LLMs. LLMs are large
Large
language
language
models.
models.
Correct, exactly. Whoever said that, good. LLMs are large language models. 100, like 4 5 major companies are working on that. And so he added a wrapper on top of it for a specific use case. He just modified it a little bit. What means he did some effort in it. And now he just gives prompts. There are people in his team who give the prompts, and the shot is ready. It sounds like him. The movements in his hands are realistic, and it's amazing. Like 100 million views he has just by auto-generated content. That is one part. Second part, is it coming for our jobs? Broad answer, no. Let's go historically, right? Let's think a little bit historically. In the 1950s and in the 1960s, before computers came, before one of the first major proper computers was IBM's mainframe, which was like as big as a room, and it required like 1,000 people just to run it. That it had some, I think, 256 KB RAM. Okay, it's something like that, 256 KB or something like that. It was as big as a room. But that was like the first proper computer which IBM made. Before that, there were people like statisticians, like who just did calculations, just multiplying complex numbers, doing bunch of complex calculations, normal additions, like in space agencies, in high value agencies where mathematics was involved. People used to do these physical calculations. They would use a calculator, but you cannot run even like a simple program. You want to run thousands of calculations. There were people out there who would sit and do this. Calculators also had limits. This is before computers came. Now that job went, but does it mean the computer which came, it it definitely took away some jobs, but did it add another field of jobs of software engineering, hardware engineering, electrical engineering, right? It did.
Yes.
If you say there are, MTNL, at least in Mumbai it's called MTNL. I don't know what it's called it's like the landline phone,
BSNL.
BSNL, the landline phone which is there. You can say that the companies which were serving landline, they are dead now. I mean, who uses a landline, right? If you say, okay, give your landline number, hardly anyone has, but it's not very almost at least every adult will have a phone.
Yes.
Sometimes if you're in school or college, you will know, but an adult will have a phone. So you can say, okay, landline is dead, but mobile phones have become so much more. Each new technology has brought in a lot of new opportunities. Why are people more so now this is a general thing which I've given you historically, but why are people more scared with AI specifically? What is it which is little bit different in AI which were not present in these earlier innovations? Can anyone think and tell me? Okay, how is AI different from the innovation of the computer or the innovation of the cell phone or so many other amazing innovations we have had in the past 100 or 200 years? But AI, why are people more scared of AI? They're thinking all jobs will go away as compared to some specific segment of jobs. Can someone answer that?
I think the AI will think it by itself won't. Then humans are not necessary for jobs and other activities. So the people are for scaring for that. So I think that is the reason.
Absolutely, Ajay. You're absolutely correct. That is exactly the reason.
Okay.
The only difference between a human and an animal is their brain power.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because you have consciousness and you have a cognitive ability, means, you
Yes.
know, ability to think for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
What these AI companies are trying to do is create AGI, which is artificial general intelligence.
Okay.
And that AGI would be infinitely smarter than any human could, because he has infinite access to knowledge of
Yes.
so many places and he can actually act upon that knowledge. But are we there yet, or are we near there yet? The simple answer for that now, after building all this context, is no. We are fairly far away from that point, fairly. Unless something very, very major and drastic happens, which is difficult, we don't know. Because you see how these AI models are trained, it's trained on historical existing data. It cannot grow if there's nothing we give it to grow. It doesn't have consciousness like human beings have.
Vineet, we'll allow them also to say some points. Let's see
Yeah,
what they have in mind.
I apologize. I took up extra time. So that is
So let's hear anybody counter what Vineet said. Wherein you feel okay, I don't really agree with you, or even if you agree with him, what more you would like to add? Let's hear somebody counter what Vineet said. See, GD is like that only, wherein nobody will say, Ajay, you speak, Prajwal, you speak. No, no calling out names. You have to, in fact, see, the first person who speaks, is the person who will be noticed. So for what you have to do, it's like really being first in queue wherein you will get the best seat. That is how it is. So you have to, doesn't matter, right, wrong, wrong English, wrong information, doesn't matter. Just do it. That's all. Just go ahead and speak.
yeah, Ajay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ajay.
I really don't agree with that. I think AI will replace the humans in further future. Why? Because we only give the prompts to how to work AI or anything in that work. So why we can't take the chance from AI to control by humans. We have to must control for our works only. Why we can't do that? AI should not give that. Not coming sense.
No problem. Relax. It's okay. Start from one sentence previously and then continue what you were saying.
Yeah.
What point which you are making? No, start from the beginning of that and say it again. It will come.
I don't agree with that point, sir, but my perspective, I am saying we can't give to the AI control for controlling our humans. We have to control only AI for using works and after some activities. So we can't give the chance to AI. Then chance will taken AI. They will control humans. So we can't bear that the situations in further. So I am really think that is the statement I have to say is we have to control that also.
Now, what is the
Okay.
last point you said?
Control. We have to
You have to
uh,
control AI.
AI use control.
So now
We
see,
got,
you all see, right? The others who are in the GD, he is nearing his end. It's rude to very bluntly abrupt someone, but you have to see your chance where you can go and make your point. It is like it should flow in the conversation. Now you can see that his point is complete, almost over, and you have to be ready at that time with a counterpoint or your own viewpoints. You could agree, disagree. It's not so much of a debate
Okay.
as you add your knowledge to the, it's called a group discussion, right?
Yes, sir.
The overall knowledge of the group has to increase now.
Yes, sir.
You have to add some unique perspectives to what is being said and quickly jump in and now give your perspective. So
I have to say more as
the others, please.
others. Okay.
Yes, sir. I would like to say something. Sir, I completely agree with your stand that AI is replacing jobs means you said no. Am I right, sir?
Go ahead. You make your point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That the point that AI is replacing jobs is not correct in my opinion, sir. So currently, it it might replace one or two jobs, but it will create more than the jobs that it replace, because it managing AI means as AI is almost automated. So we require someone for managing the automation. So it creates in new jobs for automation management. And rather than saying like AI will replace human, we can say we we humans can collaborate with AI in order to complete our task like that. And like and then and like this this like AI is also is a bit biased in my opinion, because I recently came to know that if, if you try to give a command to AI to draw a person writing with left hand, it won't give you that. It will give you a person writing with right hand. Though if you ask to give, if you prompt that you if you give a prompt like give a photo of person writing with left hand, it won't give. So by this, I understand that AI is a bit biased. So with this kind of bias, AI is not yet ready to replace jobs.
Yeah, this is something that our PM spoke about in his speech,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes, ma'am.
Nice, nice, Vignesh.
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
You could remember that and bring that point.
Spoke very well. Don't worry, don't lose confidence. You're doing very
Yes,
good.
yes. He's speaking very well. Then good. So Prajwal, let me hear from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Switch on your camera if possible, please.
From AI perspective, both advantages and disadvantages there. For an advantageous purpose, we have saved the times, and it is mostly useful for the software fields. For an disadvantage field, I can add one news. During mining, AI power tools are used in the mining. At the stage, it will pollute the soils and water. That one disadvantage I can hear it from the AI power tool. Other than it, most of the advantages will happen.
Anything else? Ideally, at least speak for like 30 to 40 seconds. Like you can make a couple of points. Even if you have some general idea, just speak. It will come naturally. Just keep speaking. Like think English is your mother tongue and just go and speak. Don't be afraid. It will come naturally. You know English well. Just speak. You have everywhere you're reading about AI, say something.
Kriti, you want to try? And also, many times you could talk about your own perspective. Like for example, Vineet, when he was talking about the subject, he was talking about his own experience, what he is seeing in work, how he used his Excel for his finance, like that. Always try to bring in your own personal experience wherein, okay, I am using AI like this. I never thought it could be like this, and this is what I discovered, and this is what I feel. That's all. Go ahead, Kriti.
Ma'am, I think that AI can replace human, but not completely. Whereas, like data processing, it process the data very faster than the human, and creativity and innovations in that, like uh, it AI, it cannot think like a human, and yeah, ma'am. And then emotional intelligence and social skills, where human, we have our own thinking, but and emotions also, but whereas AI, we don't have.
Very good points, Kriti. But if you can elaborate a little more, and just now I said, talk about your own personal experience.
Personal experience, as of now, I don't remember, ma'am.
Okay. So I think Harshita.
You've never used ChatGPT?
Me, sir,
Yeah.
I use only to solve my mathematics
But
Yeah.
problems.
So you can talk about that, isn't it?
that is a personal experience.
Yeah, but sometimes I almost get the wrong answer only, sir.
Yeah,
See,
that
that
is
also you can
anything.
talk about. You can talk about that itself.
You can say anything. See, you need little bit footage, okay? It's like TRP, which you need on a network. You have to get your level of footage. If you put 1, 2 points and become shy in a GD, then they will think, yeah, you don't know anything. But actually, you know so much. It's let it come out.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was going for internship. There also they give the coding, and we will be having four options. We have to choose any one. So they said, just paste your question in a chat GPT, and you'll get the answer. Just paste it in your given options. So I did the same thing. Almost there will be some 28 questions. In that, some 5 to 6 answers I'll get wrong only, sir. Though I copy from ChatGPT. Yeah.
I just
So,
wanted to tell you that I have been only in one JD in my entire life. That was the JD for admission to IIM Bangalore.
okay.
And I remember so many people wanted to speak. It was difficult to get a chance. Okay, whereas here I find that nobody wants to speak. It is really difficult to get a chance to say something, because if you don't say anything, you lose the opportunity of making your case for admission.
Yeah, so this is a new batch and this is their first session, so we're just letting them be. But what he said, Sudhakar sir said, is exactly true. You won't be called out. No names will not be called out. The people will not wait. People will jump and they'll start speaking. You won't get an opportunity. That's all. Here, so that is what you have to learn here. You should just simply seize the opportunity and go ahead and speak. Doesn't matter. Right, wrong is not the point. Go ahead and start speaking. Okay, Harshita. And next session, we're not going to do this, huh? Wherein no calling out names. And if all of you want to sit silently, even all, we will also, I will do some meditation. That's all. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Harshita. And today's GD topic is impact of artificial intelligence on future jobs. According to Survey of World Economic Forum, uh, 85 million jobs will be replaced by AI, and the same World Forum has also stated that 97 million jobs will be created. This is quite common for every century. There are some new technologies and new inventions are they are coming, like from printing and steam engines, computers, and now artificial intelligence. Every invention and every technology have their own pros and cons, and also have their own set of job roles. In the same way, artificial intelligence is also have some kind of job roles like data analytics, data science, Gen AI, prompt engineering, and also AI and machine learning expertise. And the thing is, AI will replace some kind of jobs where humans keep same logic and same kind of work, like repetitive tasks, like clerks and audits and all. So my takeaway is like, coming to pros of AI, it is it is making our lives easy, and also it is making repetitive tasks by itself, and also decision making is also one of the great thing by AI. And I have to tell one interesting thing, like, there is a tool called AI scoring, SCORNG scoring, where it is integrated with cameras in foreign, like in restaurants, and also like people who wants to work, like in restaurants, people need to move, while cooking and while serving food, they need to move. This camera, according to their movements and according to their work percentage, it scores them, and company gives salary according to them. Like in some restaurants, some people may not work well. So this camera helps company to score them, and according to that scoring, they give salaries. And coming to cons, like disadvantages, first thing is bias. When these all AI works on algorithms, many kind of algorithms, it works on previous data. Okay, when it comes to, for example, we can take ATS friendly resumes, like we all talk that AI is fetching resumes. But when this AI is find on one kind of data, like more of male data or more of female data, but there comes a bias. It goes and fetches only male resumes when it is trained on that mode. So that can be a disadvantage, and cybersecurity issues. Like, as AI need more data to processes, they are giving more, internet. It goes search more amount of data. There comes a privacy issues, and also asset data privacy issues as well. These are the pros and cons. And to the end, no jobs will be vanished, just replacement. The people who have capability to work on AI and to work with AI, they can happily survive. And all we need to upgrade our skills. Thank you.
Excellent, Harshita. Very proud of you, okay? Huh? Now you've gone to the gold membership and you're proving that you have what do I say? Improved, transformed, fluent, confident. Excellent, excellent. So I think one full year of doing all this has actually transformed you. Excellent. Very good.
One personal thing is, mom, recent days I'm using ChatGPT mostly for LinkedIn posts. I write a rough one page of thing for LinkedIn, and I gave it to it, and I want it to convert correctly and all. At that point, every day I'm thinking, what if this ChatGPT not there? Who will correct my mistake? I need to go in for some. That is what, that too much far it took us. Yes, taken.
Yeah. Good, good, Harshita. Excellent. So who else? Himaja and I think Taranjit. Himaja?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Good evening. How are you, ma'am?
Good, good, Himaja. How are you? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. AI is good. It gives a lot of information. It replaces different jobs. But it will not vanish the job. Means main sectors like receptionist, data entries, and the receptionist. In some different sectors, AI.
No, no. Go ahead, go ahead.
Some
I think, yeah, yeah.
in some
Yeah, yeah.
in
Go
some
ahead, go ahead,
different
Himaja.
sectors. Yes, deflation. According to the World Economic Forum, by this 2025, 25 million jobs are replaced and created nearly 133 million jobs. So AI is good, but the usage of AI depends on some different sectors. Like we can use the some of the pros of AI is we can use AI to create different content and at the same time different sectors to get different information, but that information should be correct or wrong. We should check. We should do some more researches and and coming to the cons of and disadvantages of AI is it will not give it will not give the correct information. Sometimes it will give some wrong information. It will lag and some tactical, some logical questions. It may or may not answers. So we should and one more thing is AI is biased. It will not do the correct things. So we by this I can conclude that AI is good. Depends on the research information. AI is good, but we should not depend completely on AI. That's all. Thank you.
Good attempt, Himaja. Excellent. So I can see lots of improvement in you. One more thing I wanted to say, Himaja, is see, like Harshita also told about, so she started off with that statistics, no? So try not to repeat that. So if somebody already has made that point, instead of repeating that point, okay, Harshita was saying this, and I agree with her. Maybe you can at least put it up like that. Otherwise, it will feel like, Are, she's already told, and you're telling the same thing again. Okay. So just be aware of that one thing. Yeah, Taranjit?
Hello. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. How are you? I hope so well. My thought about AI taking up the jobs, to some extent, it is true, but not everything that has been said is true, because we use ChatGPT every day, as Vineet suggested. Yes, I use ChatGPT, but then many a times ChatGPT is also wrong somewhere, because I recently was doing some research work, and in which the author's name of the books that were given by ChatGPT were wrong. I had to verify it again in the library, and that names were wrong. So we cannot 100% rely on ChatGPT. And the best part about being a human being is that, for example, if I have a machine, I take the help of AI in cooking sambar, and if one of the ingredient is missing, so it will keep on repeating, haldi is missing, haldi is missing, haldi. It won't look out for in the kitchen where haldi is there. So human beings can never be replaced. This is one thing very important. We can the human mind can find alternate solutions. They can think of, definitely we cannot do it in the speed of what AI is doing, calculations or writing notes, posts. What this one said, I also use chat GPT to write my posts or something, whatever I want, get it verified. But then again, if you will put the same thing in Gemini, so it will give you a different response. So we have to verify on our own whether what we are getting is right. And say if we have written an essay or any post or any write up, that when we read it, when it gives, you must reread it and reread it, so that whatever mistakes are there, you can pick them up. Definitely AI is going to help. It is helping, and it is going to help us in many fields.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Taranjit. Prajwal, did you speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ajay, you want to try again?
No.
Everybody covered everything. Just try to summarize what everybody said. That is also, see, what happens, that is also a very nice way of speaking. So wherein you don't have to think on your own, but you just try to summarize what everybody said. I've been here, I've been listening to each one of them, and ultimately this is what we conclude, and that's what I feel. Something like that, you can try to doing that also. That's also a good way of talking.
Now I listened that all persons are talking about that ChatGPT or AI, what they are experiencing in personal life. So I can say that I agree with that all statements with where persons are talking about the AI for using in personal experience. So in my personal experience, I using for maintain the. I will give a paragraph. What is in my mind, how to talk that. I will give that in sentence formation. They will give that output. So I consider that sometimes it is truly in, but what we have to learn for from that first onwards, we have to basically stick on for that. Not we have to completely and believe the for AI for doing all the works. So I that was my statement for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, Sudhakar sir, we want to hear from you now. You're on mute.
I have to speak. Okay, it's okay now?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Actually, AI is only about a few years old, 2, 3 years old, and it's a major disruption, and that's why everyone is get worried. But actually, you will find that there have been disruptions all along. In free market systems and in capitalism, it's called creative destruction. Some jobs get destroyed, some other jobs get created. The important thing is to, if you have a job which is destroyed, you must have the skills to move on to a job that is going to be created. Some people don't change, and that's the reason that they fall behind. And even in the US, Donald Trump said, "I'll get back all these jobs." Those jobs are not coming back; they're gone. There's once a dirty word in the US, which was the dirty word is Bangalore. Your job is Bangalore means finish. Your job is gone to Bangalore. Someone in Bangalore is going to do your job at 1/10 the cost. Now the Bangalore job might go somewhere else. Okay, because of AI and things like this. So this creative destruction is going to go on all the time. You got to keep up with technology. When I started working, I used to have a secretary. When I started working as assistant manager in 1980, I had a secretary. When I was the CEO in 1998, I didn't have any secretary. Computers had come and there was no need of any secretary. I could do everything myself. So jobs get destroyed and jobs get created, always. The biggest company when I started, when I was in college, was General Motors, which is the biggest company. Today, General Motors is nowhere. Google, Microsoft, they are many times the size of General Motors. In terms of market cap, they'll be probably 40, 50 times the size of General Motors.
Yes.
So I'm saying that you have to embrace change. And one of the best books that I've read on change in general, not just in
AI. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, one of the best books I've read on change in general, all the time. One of the best books I've read in change is called Who Moved My Cheese? I don't know how many of you read it. You must read it. It's a short book. It's only about 100 pages of bold print, so it won't be difficult to read it. And the way it's written, it's not at all difficult to read it. I think that's what change. I have never seen a book that has advocated change as strongly as adapting to change as strongly as this book. So therefore, jobs are never going to be destroyed. Some jobs are going to be destroyed. New jobs are going to get created. It's all a question of skilling yourself and always, keeping your skills contemporary. That's important. If today you're doing a job and 5 years later you're going to do the same job, well, you're going to be in trouble, I can tell you, because 5 years later the job is not going to be there. Something else is going to be there. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. Okay, so we still have 15 minutes to go. So We could take up a new topic or add an addendum to this. What can we add, Vineet?
Ma'am, we can do like a one-on-one debate type of a thing also. So
Okay.
two people pair 5 minutes. We can try that. So each
With,
of them
with the same topic?
same topic. It's a good topic. There's a lot more to be covered in this
Mm-hmm.
because in a real GT they will never change the topic. They will ask you to
Correct. You have to keep going. You have to keep going ahead with it. Okay, we'll put the two girls together. Let's see. We want to see a nice cockfight. Harshita and Kriti.
actually it will be chicken fight, no?
Yes, Harshita and Kriti, go ahead.
As of now, I didn't prepare.
Doesn't matter. There's no preparation required. Here, you'll try out here itself. Hey, both of you switch on your camera, man. Okay. Go ahead, Kriti. So, Harshita, you start something and we'll see how Kriti will counter you.
Yeah. On the same topic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, AI is a new and emerging technology which is going to be replacing some kind of jobs, and it automates some work that is being repetitively done by humans, but it not completely taken off all the jobs. All the thing we need to do is upgrade our skills according to the market trends.
Okay.
Yes,
Kriti, go ahead.
actually, I would like to agree with Harshita's point, ma'am.
Okay.
AI can replace the jobs, but not completely. Like, actually, humans' way of thinking is completely different rather than AI.
So you can say that ki, I agree with the point, but give your own reasons of why you agree with the point. If you're just going to repeat exactly what she's saying, then it doesn't make any sense. That's fine, you can agree with her. But why you agree with her? What is your reasoning? Why do you feel? And see, these GDs, no, they are not like a technical research paper. Like ma'am said, ki, does it matter right, wrong? They are not going to go and check each and every fact. Even they can Google and find out everything. Okay. They want to know how confident are you, because even if you're not like a client facing role, you have to go and talk to people in your company. Not everyone will be doing your work like that only. So you have to go and talk to them, you have to understand their needs. Sometimes you have to go and tell people, Arey, bro, you go and do this work, go and do that work. Even if you're in a junior position, you will have to do that. You have to go and tell people that this is what is required if they're in another department. So please speak. Why are you all so scared? Don't worry, no. You're going to pay some money or what? Someone is going to charge you some fine if you say something wrong. You will not get scolding. This is not school anymore. Just say. Don't say any bad words, but otherwise say whatever you want.
And sometimes, just for argument's sake, you have to go ahead and argue, Kriti. Not necessarily because, see, like Vineet was saying, it's all about standing out in this group. And you would have seen, no, in debates, there are two people, one against each other. Outside the debate competition, they may agree with each other, not necessarily that they have opposing points, but just to counter. So let's hear you say something.
Sorry, ma'am, as of now, I couldn't recall any points.
I just want to tell you all that one of the most important skills that people are looking for is communicating skills, which no AI can teach you. Huh? You have to learn communication skills yourself, and they're looking for these kind of skills. Even if you say something that's not right, it's okay as long as you say it confidently, clearly, and communicate whatever your point of view is. confidently. That's important.
And sir is saying this with decades of experience, literally. I mean, how much my age is now, his work experience is more than that. And he has served at very, very high level. So it would be in your benefit to hear what he's saying.
So let's hear more points from you, Vineet. Like you were saying, there are many more things to cover. Sometimes they are also at a loss to understand what more they can say. So
So let's try and think of as a student right now. Maybe you have not done a lot of research on AI. Okay, and now because you get new random topics. Because I'm a software developer, I know about this, but not every topic you will know about. So let's try and think of the perspective when you don't know now what to say. What to say when you don't know what to say. One thing is like ma'am said is summarize some of the points. Now because so many points have been put across, summarize the points and try and give an action point. So let's say we are saying, will AI take a job? Will AI not take a job? Let's assume on both cases of the spectrum. Okay. Let's say AI will take our jobs. Then what will we do? So one solution is if AI actually goes and that AGI comes and our jobs are going, and we are seeing that jobs will go. See, when are jobs created? Because of supply and demand. When the supply is so much, then the cost of that product or service will go much down. When there is an abundance of something, its cost will go down. That is how market economics works. So if that does happen with AGI, that all the services are so easy and so cheap, and there are so many data centers, if the cost of AI is very negligible, then what do you do? How do you avoid social unrest? There are around 8 billion people on the planet. If the jobs go, what will you do? Like they'll come on the streets, they will say we don't have food to eat. They'll go and burn your data centers. The AI will not survive only. They will go and just burn all the data centers. Like we don't want AI, we want our jobs back, we want to eat, we are hungry. So one solution to that is called UBI, Universal Basic Income, where there is so much abundance and so much prosperity in society that humans don't need to work for many of the services anymore, or they need to work very minimal or minimum amount of effort, that there is abundance and prosperity being generated all around in all the spheres, that people can get a certain amount of money fixed from the government just for free. And every single person on the planet is guaranteed that minimum standard of living. Because to be human, we are doing all this progress, we are doing all this effort to raise the quality of human life. If it degrades further, then what is the point of it? Even if you make so much advance, but human life goes down, then what's the point of it? So one suggested solution for that is universal basic income, where you tax the really rich people more, or you implement schemes of how to generate the revenue. But essentially, each and every person gets a living wage or a living amount of money for free, where the rent, electricity, basic things like internet, food, clothing, basic medicines, education, access to information, all of that is taken care of, where the health, happiness, and whatever you need to lead a life, the basic necessities of life are taken care of. That is one point. You can go along that angle. Now, if you think here, I don't know any genuine point ke where it will go, then what we can do in that case is link AI to a point you already know. Like let's say, Kriti, you didn't know what to say. Kriti, what field are you good in? Do you like playing some sport?
Yes, sir, badminton. I love.
Badminton, no, excellent. I was going to think of badminton. So now maybe just you can imagine anything, no? So just imagine that now AI makes a robot, and with that robot you can practice badminton. You like playing badminton. Now you say 2 minutes on badminton only. You say ki AI can come up with a robot which can help you practice badminton. So then you talk about the shots in badminton, and then just put these AI words there. Ki AI can help in what is that stroke called, that backhand and forehand and drop shot and say okay, AI can help with that. And what else you need in badminton? Stamina. So say AI can help in stamina building because it will help you practice. It can teach you how to reach court shots. If you don't have anyone to practice with, then AI can, in the form of a robot, I'm saying at least, can help you
Yes.
practice that. It can show you video recordings of the badminton matches and say, okay, oh, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? I just asked, this was my previous match. What are the mistakes I made? Correct?
Yes.
So in
Yes.
the field that you like, you bring the conversation there.
Correct, correct.
What
That's a
you
nice
like
way
and
of
what you know.
That's a nice way of bringing it across, and then afterwards come up with a conclusion wherein you say, so now in this case, what happened? Yes, maybe the coach was not required for some time. Okay, it was helping me, but it cannot replace the coach, isn't it? I still need my coach to guide me and all that. So it acted like a coach's assistant. So what do you see in this? So nobody was replaced. In fact, it helped me. So this is the way we should look at AI, you can say. They're very nice. We can put it across like this. Kanti, you want to add something? We have 5 minutes more.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for a very, very wonderful session, Vineet. As usual, very good. Everybody is doing great. And what I would like to say is, okay, I have a very love-hate relationship with AI. I'm very, 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 I think very deeply about the, what I should say is the ethics of AI. That's where I come from. And it took me so long to use ChatGPT. I don't know how much Meera and I fought about that because when we work, we used to, so there were times that when we worked, it used to take us 3 days to finish a proposal because we would squabble over every word we use. And now it's done in like less than half hour. I'm using ChatGPT. Of course, it doesn't come out exactly the way I want. I still have to work on it, but I get a rough draft. So what I say is, to me, is the ethics behind the artificial intelligence that cause me concern. Where is the limit? Who sets the limit? And when can we say enough is enough? When do we say enough is enough? And who defines those limits? That's where I come from. It's not that I haven't used, I find it convenient, but again, at the same time, we are giving up our thinking brains to the artificial intelligence. So, a small example, there was a word I used when I was speaking to my husband, and there are two different meanings for the word. And he knew he was able to relate to only one. He said, "Why are you using that word in this context?" I said, "No." So actually went on to ChatGPT to explain to him where the difference in the word was, where I could have done a little more thinking and presented it myself. I was thinking, oh my God, even I'm using it as a crutch. But anyway, like all technologies, you use it or you lose it. You like it, don't like it, live with it.
She did it so beautifully, the point which I just made. She didn't say anything about AI, none of the features, nothing. But she wanted to talk about ethics and she just connected it to AI. If you see her conversation, if you just really observed it, hardly you will find any technical information on AI, hardly anything. Her focus was something completely else. It was ethics. Ethics is such a broad topic. But she's like, okay, ethics with AI. So what she knew, what she liked, her
What
English,
she experienced.
what she experienced, and then she added a little bit of that. Like I remember a few months ago, I think we had done something on Bitcoin and like cryptocurrencies. And majority of the people didn't know. Even I don't know much about cryptocurrency. But you know something about something, no? You know about stock market. Maybe you know about fixed deposits. So from that you can link it. You can say fixed deposit is safe, cryptocurrency is volatile, whatever. Again, it's just a good example we can learn from. Ma'am, like, said it very nicely.
Absolutely. So there's no need for you to have all the information and know everything about the topic. I will give you an example, like how you write in your history paper. You will write pages and pages and pages, isn't it? You're beating around the bush. You may not know many things, but you will beat around the bush and you complete the sheet. So very similar to that. But since we're not very used to speaking on a regular basis, I think that's where you get stuck. But that's why we've created this opportunity. We had a lovely conversation. I'm sure you people learned quite a lot. It's 8 p.m. So see you all next week again, 7 p.m. And henceforth, we'll want you people to start selecting the topic and then sharing the details also. Because this was the first session, we did it for you. Henceforth, you will be selecting the topic and also you will send 2 reading material and 2 videos connected to it. So what happens in that process, you would have already researched that topic. So I want the silver members to come forward and select the topic and send 2 reading links and 2 videos for that topic. So let's know who's going to do it. We can do all this in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So see you all. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.